fast tortoise in the show, drinking coffee, wishing you all well, because life is swell. Super fast tortoise. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and trends have been the senses. Let's get up, it's senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Look at that beautiful keyboard.
That's a beautiful keyboard. I don't know why I did that, but still. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise in the show, morning coffee show, where we got Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, and everybody else. What's up?
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Woo. Got a feeling someone's going to jump in the show very soon. I don't know why I got this feeling, but I do. I do.
Oh, yeah. I always get that feeling here lately.
Yep. It's Monday, everybody. It's Monday, the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a great day. I wish every day could be Thanksgiving.
Then you gain on the pounds.
Oh, yeah. Especially.
All that turkey stuffing.
Give me a turkey, give me a ham. I'm happy.
He's happy. He's happy. Well, my friends, it is a really good start to the day. Really tired because I was up late last night talking to my mom, who lives out of state. So I'm trying to get over the morning tiredness. But anyways, we're here to wake up. Hope you got your coffee, your favorite libation to wake you up, get going strong, and all that fun jazz. Oh my lord! Can't checker. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we have no place to go, let us know. It's gonna snow more today over here.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to be getting some snow sometime today. And then, but we're just pretty much going to get a duster for what they say. You know, the news ain't always right. And then that's just supposed to last till tomorrow. Then after that, it's supposed to go. After that, we ain't supposed to get no more snow.
Yeah, we got like 11 inches last week. Yesterday or the day before. And we're getting 3 more inches today. Then we're shipping that all to Hillbilly so you can have all that fun stuff. So
my dog loves snow. He loves getting out in the snow and playing in it.
Oh, look, room service. You got your coffee.
Yep. Sure did.
Sure did. Chain Checker, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. And yes, let us know. Let us know.
Let us know.
That's right. Let us know. Yeah, so, man, crazy times, crazy days, crazy games. We got some Commander games coming this week. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's like magic. I can't enunciate the C as long as that. Like, magic. Yeah. But yeah, so we got an interesting topic going on today. Wizards discontinuing buy box promos. Oh, I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe my eyes when I was hearing this, watching this. But apparently they're discontinuing buy box promos after Lorwyn. And thinking of people jumping in.
Poof, here I am.
Hey, you made it.
Eventually, I made it.
Front of the brick wall.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Yep.
But anyways, welcome to Ball to the Show. We're about to get to the best part of the morning, and that is getting to
Card of the day.
Ooh, it's a board wipe, everybody.
You said the magic words.
That's right. It's a board wipe. I wouldn't mind owning a copy of. The artwork's pretty cool. It does touch a lot of creatures, but not every creature. You destroy each creature that isn't all colors. For 5 Wooburg mana. At sorcery speed. This is a board wipe that touches a lot of creatures.
Let me guess. You got it.
I wish I had it.
That go right in the Jordan deck?
That'd go in a deck. It would go in a deck. Well, I only got 2 5-color decks, so the options are there. And no, this is just for my own creatures too.
Yep. I don't want
Yeah.
about it.
You keep your important ones out.
That's right.
Wouldn't kill Tiamat.
It wouldn't kill Tiamat, but it'd kill every dragon he fetched.
Yep.
But it's still pretty solid. But no, this is a fun board wipe. It came out of a commander deck from Dominaria, I believe, and it was a 5-color deck, and this is the board wipe in it. Pretty solid card. I don't think you really find this card foil, maybe because the collector packs out there. But this would be a pretty foil if they had one.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. With that, we're going to go to the picture of the day. The picture of the day is when the pizza is hotter than the news, and the news is spicy. Yeah, that's today's topic. The news is spicy, but the pizza is still hotter. Still better. I want the food. But that was a good rendition of a turtle made. He's eating a pizza with both hands, which is ironic. Yeah. Like he has the TV on the background. He's not even watching TV because the pizza's just taking up the scene.
Nope. Looks like the reporter's looking at the turtle like, are you supposed to be watching me, dang blade?
Ken Checker already has an opinion. He says people have not been buying boxes from the LGS for a while anyway. Well, I guess that depends on where you are.
Yeah.
He says, I don't think the buy box promo is all that spicy. Well, maybe you're just used to eating sriracha. All right.
Now this last one, Age of Eternity's buy box promo was a board wipe.
Yeah, I know. Pretty spicy.
Clarity Rupture.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a great board wipe.
Yeah. Well, with the picture of the day done, let's get to the spicy part of the show where we get to the question of the day. I think we can already know what Matt Saxon's going to say about the question.
Super Fast Tortoise here with the question of the day. The question of the day is, what are you doing with all your magic stuff? What are you doing collecting all that stuff? What are you doing with your magic collection? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, good question. What I'm doing, collecting for trade and letting them sit around.
Collecting them for trade and letting them sit around.
I just took a picture. I'm going to send it to you. I can show you exactly what I'm doing with my stuff. And it's the exact same thing as Hillbilly, except I don't trade. Letting them sit around.
Letting them sit around.
That's about it.
Does losing cards until you want to pull your hair out count?
That's funny. Losing cards. How are you losing cards?
because they're not directly all organized. They're thrown into totes and everything else. Like I got a little bit organized, but the rest of them's just thrown about, so it's a guessing game where they're at.
No doubt. I got a lot of my cards organized, but I'm getting to a place where I need to downsize for room. You know, I need to downsize, and then every time I say downsize, someone's like, "Ship it to me." I'm like, "You kidding me? The shipping will cost more than the cards are worth." I mean, I got a box this long full of cards I'm never going to use. Most people are not going to use them. I got them from Goodwill. I pulled out the rare. That was in the
You
whole
went straight for the rares.
Oh, I didn't. I found the rares. There was a couple good cards in this box, but Goodwill is dirty. Like, you can't just donate anything to Goodwill and expect the Goodwill public to find it. No, you send them a collectible, and they're like, "We're going to auction this off."
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
Oh my lord! You don't mind if I share that?
No, that's why I sent it to you so you can share it.
All right. All right. But anyway,
Yeah. I wish they wouldn't get rid of the buy box promos though.
A good example of the buy a box promo that I just got with March of the Machines. The only thing that saved the value of the box, the entire box, was the buy a box promo. That was it. There was nothing else in there. I mean, I broke even on the box, and like I said, the only thing that pushed it into profit was the buy a box promo. Just that one card made the difference, and it was only $40. But $40, $40.
$40. All right. All right. So Tabalt shared this image with us. There's this collection of cards. Whew, that's a lot of cards.
I'm just going to point out the nine boxes there where it says tokens on that cart. Hey, you can see my medicine in there. Anyhow, those nine. I found those 9 boxes in the garage like yesterday. So
Nice.
they were things that have been sitting there for like 7 months that came to us or came with us from California that still haven't been sorted. They're mostly commons. There are a few tokens, but yeah, it's just hard not to have just stacks of things laying around. So you're on the right road there, Lone Wolf, though, by just organizing a little bit at a time. Make it bite size. Just do one box at a time if you can.
Yeah, the thing with me is, unfortunately, I got close to, I think, around, I want to say 150,000 cards, and I only got probably around, I don't know, 3 or 4,000 somewhat sorted now, and that is a miserable experience.
You're making progress, though. You're making progress. Keep moving in that direction.
K Checker says, looks like a pretty small collection.
Well, that was only one corner of the room. I didn't shoot the other 3 corners.
Wow.
What? I just had that highlighted, but but yeah, that's a pretty fun picture, and I can tell you got a pretty decent printer in the background there. Look at that.
Yeah, we splurged and got the Echo Tank printer or whatever this year. Since I've had more sales or whatever, and I feel like I got to be a little bit more professional. I'm doing that incrementally also.
Cool.
But I tell you what, if I had the money to pay for shipping, I'd buy that magic box right there, the blue one with a fat pack box. That's a pretty cool looking box. I love fat pack boxes. There you go.
Yeah.
No, anyways, my friends, I can look at cards all day.
Yeah, me too.
But so the topic of today is they're discontinuing the buy box promos. And I got a little bit of a monologue to go with this. Because it's not about just the buy box promos. You know it's more than just the buy box promos. See, Wizards of the Coast has shrunken product from pack sizes and boxes. They've changed the way play boosters are pulled open. They made it harder to pull cool cards than it used to be in the other packs they used to have. They discontinued so many things. But Wizards of the Coast has shrunken product. It's going to try and shrink sets too. Like in the future, they're going to try to shrink sets to try that out to see how that works. They have discontinued the lists, if you remember the list. They badly modified play boosters. Moved to the specialness of cards to collector packs more. Wizards has not only deflated products, they have also inflated the prices while doing so. People are starting to talk about Magic the Gathering product, and is it worth the value? Now, I know that's not the whole entire community, but people are asking if it's worth the value. Like when they take away certain things, does that make the product less valuable than it was before? And the price, and they want to know if the price of admission is fair. Are the days of WOTC making its buyer base and player base feel special gone? WOTC is stopping the buy box promo now. Will this be replaced with something better? We have no idea. They haven't spoken about that. Or are we in a world of bad shrinkflation? What are the things we do? Well, what are things we would do as WOTC if we could make the player and buyer base feel special? You know, I had to end it with a question because, like, it's the buy box promo has been around for like 12 years, and it's been pretty neat. They've played around with the buy box promos. They did some crazy buy box promos. They made some lame buy box promos. They mixed some matches. Like they used to slide the buy box promos in the box, but now, like when you go to your local game store, they hand you a copy of the buy box promo most of the time. It is insane. It is crazy what they do, and this is a small portion of what's going on. I mean, Wizards of the Coast, I don't know where their mindset is, because they think it's pretty cool that they're bringing textless cards back. You know, they think that's like spicy. You know, like people who depend on literacy, like me, love and need the text on cards, and they're thinking this special version of a card. Let's make a textless card, especially one with like 2 paragraphs of text on it.
Wow.
That doesn't really seem inclusive in the game either. It does reward players that have been there for a long time and recognize the artwork right away. But even with that, if they're doing different artwork or they are making them textless, it makes it harder for other players that are just now joining the game to know what those are. They have to trust you, and they have to make sure that you know verbatim what that card does, because just one line of text or one word can completely change the outcome of how a card is used or whatever. So doesn't really feel inclusive. You know, they're preaching a lot of things about what they want to do and stuff, but doesn't feel like they're holding up their end or following through with that.
Well, let me ask you all this. Since they're doing all these changes, do you think they're trying to hurt their game so much to where people are eventually going to quit?
I think it's a product-based issue, not a game-based issue. Like, see, back in the day, and let me get to this comment really quick. It says, Kenny Checker says, I didn't know WOTC was responsible for making us feel special. Right, and here's what's going on. Well, see, back in the day, WOTC used to go out of the way to make us feel special, right? Like, they used to have buy box promos. You'd have door prizes, like cards, like for, like, you know how you get a promo for going to pre-release? There used to be a time where everybody got the same promo. And sometimes they're ridiculous. Emrakul the Aeon's Torn was a promo. I remember getting that foil in a pack at that pre-release, so getting 2 of those were nuts to me. You know? And so they used to go out of the way to make their player base and their buyer base feel special. And they try to do so now, because they're not discontinuing game day promos and stuff like that. That's going to change in the future probably. But you know, Teacher Dude says our household is rather peeved over the buy box promo ending. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I agree with TCG Dude on that.
Oh yeah.
I guess I might be the only one with a differing opinion on this.
Hold on. Give me a quick second to read this, and I'll let you talk. Kane Checker says something like a Texas card is just special offering to players and collectors, but it's even though it's just for special offerings for like players and collectors, they're offering it in booster packs as well, so the average Joe can open it. You know, But anyways, go on, Lono. What's your opinion?
So what I'm gonna say is this is not everywhere. I'm pretty sure a bunch of places are still doing buying the boxes and everything. But personally, I don't think them taking away the buy a box promo is that big of a deal. There is some cool buy a box promos, but I think I like in my area, and I know there's a few other areas, they're just not selling enough booster boxes and stuff like that to warrant having a buy a box promo. And that
Right.
and this it's coming from me. Like I said, this is not everywhere. I know it's not, but I know a lot of areas they're just not selling enough to maybe where they're thinking it's just not worth having a buy a box promo anymore.
Right. And I know in my area, the situation's different at my particular local game store because they sell booster boxes like all day long.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I get that. I get the different areas. And Kane Shaker says, "Thank you, Lone Wolf." He agrees. But look, it's not to me, it's not the discontinuing of promos, of buy box promos. That's the shocker. It's the fact that this ain't the only time they shrink to their own product, or they stop doing something for money, or
You got to think next year they're making the amount of cards in each set smaller, so they're just taking it down slowly, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is just this is one of the ripples in the water to the greater effect in the future,
Right. And I think it's myself. I mean, yeah, I like playing Magic and everything, but they're doing so much to the game that makes me not like the game. I mean, first you get rid of. I mean, it's not necessarily box promos. I do like those. My LGS sells a lot of them, but they're getting rid of that. Well, that's one thing, one change. They're shrinking the sets. That's another change. It done shrunk the boxes. That's another change. I mean, why have so much change? I mean, then another thing too is they're dropping so many sets a year. I mean, if you want to change something, find out what people want before you make the change.
Well, really quick, Kenny Chick says, "Oh crap, I forgot my torch and pitchfork." That's fine. Pillows and cotton candy are fine. To answer your question, Hillbilly, I think that's what Wizards is exactly trying to do. I think they're trying to figure out the change in the economy going on. Because, like Lone Wolf says, his stores don't sell booster boxes as prevalent. Like my store could be one of those different stores that just sell boxes more often, but it's usually more fresh boxes, that sell like the hot products. Right, because I don't think they sold out of Spider-Man. In fact, that was the only box I still seen on my store's Black Friday list, which I wish I had $115 to blow on that. I want a Spider-Man booster box, but I think Wizards is trying to find out their niche target audience. Plus, people are getting their deals on boxes on Amazon. They're not mailing out buy box promos through Amazon. I know you can buy them on Walmart. No one's mailing out buy box promos at Walmart.
I have not seen a box for sale at Walmart.
Does your LGS offer singles SSD? Yes, they do. They do in the best way, if you ask me. You got to go fish for them out of boxes. Yeah, I love going through boxes.
The one thing I want to tell you, so our Black Friday here for our booster boxes, we had, they had these foldable, collapsible tables that are, I don't know, probably give or take, I assume about 12 foot long. Mm-hmm. They had each section filled up with Edge of Eternity and Spider-Man booster boxes, 50% off. Mm-hmm. Like it was like 90 some bucks from what the original price was. And they were doing like no taxes, anything like that, and they weren't selling. So, and that's shocking. That's shocking to me.
That is shocking. I'm ready to get in the car and come see where you are right now.
That sounds like a your area type of thing, though. Like,
yeah,
that definitely seems like a local thing in your area. But
it's the weird part. It's the LGS that's affected. But you go out to Walmart where they have the whole Magic section, you don't get a day to look at that because that's usually picked, clean, and sold out. You go to the LGS and they're not selling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked about that lone wolf, especially over the Age of Eternity's not selling. I mean, people, that's a great set.
Well, that depends, because I got a story, or not a story. I got information to back up to why that could be happening. Right? Like, I don't know Lone Wolf store in particular, but I know a store here in the other side of town where the customer service is tremendously bad.
Mm-hmm.
The way they treat customers is tremendously bad, or certain customers, I should say.
Oh.
You know, and so they lose repeat business. They lose repeat buyers from certain people because they don't like the way they treat certain people. And like my wife and I stopped going to this particular LGS on the other side of town because they were treating us like crap. And if they're treating us like crap, no matter how good the deal is, we're not going to buy product from there.
Right.
You know, that's why we got to stick to Balt's Apprentice Dark Rituals site. You know,
I wish I could sell sealed product. I wish that TCG Player would let me adjust the shipping on that so I could at least get my shipping back for that. But I got a couple of things about this. The fact that first of all, Wizards, Hasbro, they are still testing things. And just because they changed this now doesn't mean they can't go back and can't reverse things.
right?
They've done that in the past, but they are always going to be pushing to drive the profits into their pockets. So
Right.
but I get what Cane Shaker was saying earlier about, you know, it's not up to them to make us happy or whatever. But when they've established a pattern of already doing things, making things in such a way, and then reversing it, you can't help but feel like you're being ripped off or you're being taken advantage of.
Right.
Well, you know, it's also like tradition. You know, you get so used to a tradition, when they change it, it's like world shaping.
Yeah.
Really quick, Ryan Nowicki says, most people I teach Magic to make sure to tell them to build and buy decks instead of or boxes, like booster packs and boxes. It really cuts the fat in playing the game and will help more people avoid issues.
Yep.
Well, they even got rid of the special collector packs in Commander decks. So
Wow.
that's more cutting, you know.
Yeah.
Crispy Souls, long time no smell. So there's a lot of shitty LGSs. There's probably a handful out there. I just haven't run into a lot of them, except one.
Well, that's another thing, too, because it's interesting. You guys are talking about the buy a box promos and how many people were handing them out at the LGS. I know in the past, certain LGSs that I went to, they just kept them. Like, that was it. They kept them, and then later on would sell them after some of the hype had died down or the boxes were gone or whatever. It's odd that, you know, they still had these promos like, oh, we'll sell you these. Like, how do you guys get these? Didn't you get enough to go with each box? Oh, well, people turn these in for credit or something and so on and so forth. I'm not saying about how people run their store or whatever, but it's awful shady that a lot of and specific stores I know would do that. They would keep them. So that's why I was happy when they actually stuck the buy a box promo in the box.
Right.
That I think is better. And like I said, again, personally, anecdotally, I was happy to get that in there because in some cases, that's the only way you make your money back. I managed to get a box of Zendikar some time ago, and I had Expedition Lands in there as a promo.
Right.
And that was awesome.
And see, Crispy Souls says, around here, I couldn't even get a buy box promo. They sold them as well.
Yeah.
K-Check says, maybe that's the reason WOTC's getting rid of promos. Well, I knew a store that's no longer open that would give away F&M promos, but they'd give them out lightly so they could sell the other ones in their store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of shittier deals. And like I said, the store that did that is no longer open. One of my favorite stores I used to traverse stopped selling Magic altogether. That was Turtle Power Games, because we got 3 LGSs in our city.
Lucky.
Yep, you're lucky. You're lucky. I only got one.
When buy a box promos run out at the store, it indicates a local hype, which I consider good information to have. Right? Right. Good information. But so the issue with buy box promos being ended is not about the issue about them ending. It's about the fact that this is not the only fat being cut off the meat anymore.
Right.
Like we've seen fat cut off the meat here, there. We know next year they're going to slim down the size of sets to try something new out, which I don't understand the size discrepancy. Like Ninja Turtles is going to be a small set. Why? So people can buy less product to get the full set? Or do you want people to buy more product to get the full set? I don't understand it. What's going on?
So we're looking at a lot of different things from a lot of different angles. And I'm imagining that maybe the slimming down of sets will help. And I'm trying to see the positive here, but I'm imagining that it might help the designers if they don't have to make bogus, I'm just going to call them bogus keywords or bogus mechanics, or not even bogus, but just crappy ones, just ones that aren't going to be applicable to the game.
Right.
And maybe slimming down the sets is actually going to help in card design. So
that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Like smaller sets could probably help with card design. Definitely help with the idea of not having manila creatures.
Yeah.
Wizards. If there's a manila creature in Turtles, I can be solely upset.
But
I know.
they've even also canceled a secret lair here recently.
Well, they didn't cancel it to put them back. They're going to redesign it, shoot it again, because people were upset with the cards they chose for the cards.
That shows that they are listening to a certain extent to the fan base or their customers. It's not even a fan base per se. It's that was an accident. It won't happen again, Cane Shaker. But I think that that the idea that they pulled back on that was a good one. So I think too many stumbles in a row is going to be bad for them. But if they do listen and do change things, it will help in the long run.
Right. Look, all I know, even if they shrink the size of sets, they better not shrink the size of booster boxes at this point.
They already did that, didn't they?
Yep.
They knocked a couple packs out here and there.
They took 6 packs out of the booster box.
I also think I think one of the things that they're doing when they're slimming down the sets is so they don't have to cut out a set entirely, so they could still make 6-7 sets a year. And they think maybe cutting down the amount of cards in each set, people will still want to buy each individual set that comes out. So I think that's why they're keeping up the number of sets released in a year just by cutting down the amount in each set.
Look, I don't know how WOTC works, and I know they're supporting the backbone of Hasbro right now. But, man, do not take away all the cheese from me. I like a full block, not a half a block. All right? I want a full pizza, not half a pizza.
Well, my thoughts about them while they're cutting the sets down is because they said before that they're trying to revitalize Standard. Well, they're trying to revitalize Standard. They don't want to flood Standard. So they're dropping sets down.
Yeah, but that logical sense coming from WOTC makes no sense because they're already flooding Standard with 7 products next year.
Exactly.
Ryan Nowicki says, since Wizards ends up selling the boxes and any leftovers get picked up on in the secondary market, I don't see an issue with them doing a reprint in between Universal Beyond sets and still get their money. Right? Yeah. Even though they said they're not going to really do reprint sets for a while. So I'd love to see like a master set, but Lord knows I don't get everything I want.
Right. But they're trying to work on Standard. They say, Standard's getting able to get Universals Beyond. That's good for Standard. But what's bad for Standard, which is dropping so many sets. It's not the cards that's in the set. It's the amount of sets that's dropping.
Well,
if they really want to work on Standard, they need to drop 1 or 2 sets off of their drop list for the year, and that would actually improve Standard.
If that's true, if that's true, they'll find out next year. But right now, we don't know. We honestly don't know. Like everything you're saying right now is just based on your biased opinion, and even if it's legitimately true or not, We won't know until next year, until they actually do all 7 sets every 2 months. Tabal getting more products, throwing it on his website, darkritual.site, check that out.
Indeed, but I think the other problem, the other consideration for Hasbro and for WOTC is the fact that while we can provide immediate feedback when the set comes out, they've got a 2-year window of trying to steer this ship ahead of time and stuff. So reactions on the player base can be quick and sudden, but they can't pivot as fast with what they're doing. So I think it's going to take a while for them to straighten things out. And I just hope that they don't lose people within that 2-year window of being able to fix things. But having said that, I think all of us, or at least older players like myself, have dropped in and out of Magic at some point. I've been in for a majority of the past 30 years, but there was some times in a couple of sets that I missed because I was out of the game, and I came back to it. So there's a certain amount of churn.
Crispy Soul says they've already cost themselves major damage by losing old players and collectors. Well, I don't know how much damage it's doing because they're collecting new players and collectors too.
Yep.
Like there are people who have YouTube channels who are like, I'm collecting, here's what I'm buying. Da 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 da. Like Wizards, like they're trimming the fat, as I like to say it. Like they haven't lost me as a player. I wouldn't really call myself a collector of cards because eventually I do get rid of my cards that are not being used in a deck or anything. But I do collect my decks. I love playing the game. I like buying new product when I can. I like buying singles when I can to build decks and fix decks. But what Wizards do is they're trying to get more money from the future of people, not from the past of people. If that wording makes sense. Because
I think you're right, and I think they need to balance that though. They need to get enough new players and make them old players to keep the game going, because otherwise they're just going to flame out. Otherwise they'll have a set that everybody loves, they'll buy it, they'll buy that one set, and then they're not interested anymore. That happened a bit with Lord of the Rings. It's happened with Final Fantasy. It's going to happen with Avatar. So they have to balance what they're doing with keeping a player base that's also interested and forms a backbone for the game.
Right. They do need to think of the long-term player more often, but I don't think they want to, because I think they're going to the Pokemon strategy. Pokemon doesn't think about the long-term players. They think about the collectability things. And a lot of people will tell you Pokemon's not worth the price tag unless you pull that one exquisite rare card. Like crazy, right? And I think Wizards is kind of following that format. They're trying to learn from a lot of things. They're like, I remember a long time ago reading an article, and this was years ago before they even implemented it. They were looking into Topps trading cards and stuff like that to see how they do collectible cards, because that's one of the things they want to look into. Then later on, or probably before then, they actually had their hand in Pokemon. They got to learn how Pokemon did their cards and stuff, so they got to learn from that. Because you remember, Wizards of the Coast made Pokemon cards called Pocket Monster back in the day. Kane Checker says, one of the biggest things you need to think about is WotC has to come up with the buttload of different things in order to carry Hasbro, since nothing else is making money for them. Right? Because even the market on Transformers has slowed down, and Marvel products has slowed down.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've been watching a lot of videos about people slowing down on collecting, and what Hasbro, Mattel, and all those people are doing are rehashing old figures. Like you can't get new teeth sunken into an old figure if they already have the figure.
Right.
Yeah. Late 90s, WotC did Pokemon. That's right. So WotC right now is in a metaphysical shift where they're trying to play the market, understand the market, and be the market at the same time. And I think the result will be we'll have another Pokemon set, another Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Like the top 3 card games used to be Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
Now, I think my opinion, the top 3 is Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Lorcana. All right. Because I see more Lorcana advertisements. I see more Lorcana product than I do Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. So I think those are the top three.
I don't even see Yu-Gi-Oh being advertised anywhere.
Mhm.
I do see Lorcana and I do see Magic.
Right. So what I think Wizard of the Coast is trying to do, which I don't think they really needed to do so much, but they did push themselves in a different realm. And that is they want the evergreen product. When you think trading card games, you think of Pokemon and Magic. You know, I think that's what they're going for. Because I don't think they're competing with Pokemon right now. I think they're competing with themselves to be like Pokemon, where people think of Magic the Gathering as a trading card game. And maybe they're competing for the number one spot. But, you know, Pokemon has a different upbringing than Magic the Gathering, right? Pokemon's upbringing was public, sold to everyone all at once. Magic the Gathering was, well, if you look at some of the old artwork, was not for everybody else, 13 plus. And you know, Magic used to feel special in its own way that the nerd community got into it. Unlike Pokemon was more publicly known. You had nerds and jocks and everything alike in that game, where Magic was like the small select community. Well, lo and behold, Magic is fighting for that same space Pokemon's in.
Well, it's been 30 years of Magic, and Magic has grown as a product. And I think part of this can be ascribed to growing pains and trying to find a way to stay relevant as well as make money to carry the rest of the company. I think that's definitely a true statement.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
True statement. And yes. So, like I said, Wizard of the Coast is discontinuing buy box promo. It ain't about the promo being discontinued. It's about the action, you know.
Right.
It is about the promo being discontinued. I'm mad.
Well, there are people gonna be mad. I mean, I love the promos. I honestly do. But honestly, like I know my local game store near me sells a lot of booster boxes. But you know who's not really buying them because they're too poor is me. You know,
Right.
so I'm losing out on the promo. So this shouldn't really affect me as much. But it affects my brain space because what if in the future I want to buy a box and expect to buy a box promo, but there's no buy a box promo, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and it leads to a lot of feel bads. The changes that they've made over the past, I'm going to say past 3 years or whatever, have lent themselves to just feel bads throughout the community, throughout the established community is what I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm.
New people that are coming into it doesn't make as big a difference and is not, like I said, for those people that are buying packs or just buying singles, yeah, the buy a box promo doesn't affect much. But
Right.
if you were one of those that did buy a box, or you did get 36 packs in a box, or you got 15 in a booster pack, as you see all these things shrink, you just look at it and you go, what's going on?
You know what they should do? To
What's that?
appease my old man heart. They should take that $30 pack booster box, that play booster box, make it 29, and throw in a collector pack in there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I would feel about that, because I thought about that, busting open some commander decks that had the collector packs in there, the collector sample pack or whatever, that really just contained one card in there. And while I liked the idea, I never really pulled anything that was of that much value out of it. And
Right.
stuff. I'm not saying they were planted that way. I mean, I maybe just had bad luck, and that's entirely possible.
Well, you're only opening collector packs for the collector specialties, like the special borders and stuff like that. They can't guarantee it's a win every pack, which is a Pokemon pack,
Yeah.
Kenny Checker says, if anybody wants a box worth of cards, just buy from me, and I will offer a lot better card for a promo. That's true.
There you go.
Check it out.
And don't tempt a person, Kane. You know I will.
I'm just about to bust out my wallet.
Me too.
Bless me. Well, anyways, Lone Wolf, he will sell you cards for a good price. And he will send you really good cards. I know Kane Checker. I don't know how well you know Kane Checker, Lone Wolf. Kane Checker's sent cards for auctions to this channel to raise money for mugs, playmats, and everything. Cane
I bought
Shaker,
them all.
Cane Shaker. When he says he has good cards, you take it up that he has good cards,
Oh yeah.
and he gives good deals too.
Yep.
And
He even sent me Bloodthirsty. No, it wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Bloodthirsty Conqueror.
Yeah.
Does
It
Cane
was the news.
Shaker does Cane Shaker have a channel or anything like that?
he's on Facebook.
He's got nothing but love for the community. That's it.
Yep.
Cane Shaker, like I don't know if you noticed at the end of the credits, he gets right. If you like at the end of the credits, there's a special thank you to Cane Shaker, James Willis. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, my friends, that's the real thing. That's the real thing. Like, we're gonna end this on a positive note. Tomorrow we'll do movies and shakers. Today we're just chill and relax. But yeah, I think that was a good conversation. We did talk about a lot. Hope everybody watching had a good viewing experience, had a good time enjoying our company. Hillbilly, Mad Saxon, Lone Wolf.
Mhm.
But we got to get to. Oh no, Lone Wolf! I never have a channel. That's right.
Well, Cane Shaker, how is a person supposed to buy from you if you don't have a channel?
if you're really serious, I can get you connected with Cane Shaker.
Oh, yeah, after the stream, hit me up.
All right. Do you have a Facebook?
Yep, I got a Facebook.
All right, that's how I can help you out there. All right. But anyways, my friends, let's get to.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. We're starting the show all over again. No, I'm kidding.
Yay!
Anyways, just to let you know, I have to get a hold of Cane Shaker to get permissions from him before I can share anything.
Yep.
But anyways, we're getting to the shill section, the thrill section. We're getting to the part where we should find out where you can like, comment, subscribe with other people's channels or find their stores. And with that, we're going to start with Mad Saxon.
All right. So you can find everything Tibble's Apprentice, Michael Mad Saxon Jones at darkritual.site. There we go. I forgot where I was. I've got a video coming out this week about 5 things I've stopped doing since selling on TCG Player. So that should be interesting and something to look forward to. But that will be later on in the week. But yeah, as always, try to stay positive. Think about the fact that some of this shrinkage is going to be advantageous, and try to find the positive. I guess that's all I got to say.
All right. Sounds good. With that, check out his links in the description below for sure. And we got Lone Wolf.
All right, thanks for having me on, everybody. I'll just say that with help to Belt, I know he's trying to get over 1,000, try to get to 1,500 on his channel, and let's help support his store and everything, and then let's get Hillbilly and Tortoise up to 1,500 subscribers.
All right. Sounds good. With that, we're going to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Today is Monday. I'm going to be doing a arena stream this afternoon around 2 o'clock. And all I got planned for today. Now, tomorrow, we'll be doing a commander game tomorrow night. But we'll still have our 2 streams a day. And all that's planned for today and tomorrow.
Nice. All right. Hold on to your butts. You got Super Fast Tortoise here, everybody. Tonight is the night where we go and play. Well, hopefully we get to play some Spider-Man Miles Morales. Might be the night I go to fight the big boss. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll find more things to do. But we'll check it out. What will happen at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time? Be there or be square. But with that, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. Everybody, you guys had an awesome discussion. Hillbilly, Mad Saxon, the Lone Wolf, you guys rock, you guys rule. Thank you, everybody in chat, for being here. Everybody keeping the chat alive and on fire. You rock, you roll. You are amazing. And with that, my friends, I want to remind you that you're awesome, that you're loved, that someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need today. And I want to thank my channel members for helping the way you do, and the channel subscribers for growing the channel the way you do, because everything you do rocks and rolls and gets everywhere you need to be. Let's get to that end scene.
I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.